Now, listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 8. Question 1.
And now for tomorrow's weather. Partly cloudy in the morning for London and the southeast, but overcast by midday with rain in the afternoon. Temperatures will range from 11 to 19 degrees Celsius. There'll also be rain in the north, which will quickly spread to the rest of the country. Rain will be very heavy in some areas by late afternoon, especially in western and central England, and there will be strong winds over most of mainland Britain.
Question 2.
Hello, this is the Lost Property Office. There's no one here to take your call at present, but if you've lost something, please listen carefully to the following message. If you've lost valuables such as jewellery, cash or credit cards, you will need to contact your nearest police station as soon as possible to make a statement. In the case of a credit card, you should also contact your bank immediately. For any other items, please call in at our office between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m., Monday to Friday. Thank you.
Question 3.
Yeah, hello, yes, it's me. Look, I know I'm supposed to be in the meeting now, but something's come up. I feel dreadful about it, but oh, what a day this has been. First my train was delayed for half an hour, then... Anyway, I could still have got there, but would you believe it, my engine's packed in, and I'm stranded here next to the motorway until the breakdown service turns up. I'm so sorry.
Question 4.
Late last night, thieves broke into Maccannon Hall, where a collection of the late Lady Betty Baldridge's paintings, statues and antiques are on display to the public. The thieves, who disabled a sophisticated electronic security system, ignored all the less valuable paintings and pieces on display, taking only The Lonely Wanderer by Carl von Zerbeck. The 1-metre-high bronze figure, which stands on a marble base, is regarded as the jewel of the Baldridge collection and is valued at over £5 million.
Question 5.
This isn't terribly difficult, but if you're one of those people who won't even change a light bulb, just call a breakdown service. Anyway, make sure you're safely off the road with your hazard triangle in place at least 20 metres behind you. Find the jack, spanner and spare, they should all be in the boot, and check the spare isn't flat too. Put the jack in place under your car, but before you begin to lift the side of the car, don't forget to loosen the nuts on the wheel. Then jack the car up, undo the nuts and take off the wheel.
Question 6.
Attention please. We would like to remind you that next Monday at 9 o'clock we will be having our yearly staff picnic. All staff and their families are invited to attend. Plenty of food and drink will be provided for everyone, and we will be having our famous barbecue. We will also have our annual fun and games. Prizes include a new DVD player and a holiday.
Question 7.
Due to problems with the lighting, the concert has to be postponed until Friday the 22nd. The concert will also be moved from Hall A to the larger Hall C. A bigger venue means a further 500 tickets will now be available, twice the original number. Because of the extra tickets, tickets will now be priced at the lower cost of $20.
Question 8.
In the event of a fire, please follow these directions. Stand up and walk towards the nearest exit. Do not run, and do not try to gather your things. When outside, wait for your teacher on the football field. Next week, we will have the first of our 2 annual fire drills. Thank you.
This is the end of part 1. Now turn to part 2.
Part 1. Directions. In this part, you will hear 8 short announcements or instructions. There is 1 question for each announcement or instruction. For each question, choose the right answer, A, B, C, or D. Then on the answer sheet, find the number of the question and fill in the space that corresponds to the letter of the answer that you have chosen. We are ready to start. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 8. Now, listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 8. Question 1.
Attention all passengers on flight KL162 from Spain to Ireland. This flight has been delayed due to bad weather. The flight will now be leaving at 7:15 p.m. from gate 22A. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Question 2.
Attention shoppers, for the next 15 minutes, we will have a sale on sweaters in the children's department. Every sweater will be 50% off. Yes, that's right. For just a quarter of an hour, you can buy any child's sweater at just half the original price. Now there is a bargain you can't afford to miss. Hurry now, the clock is ticking.
Question 3.
The next stop is Main Street. The exit doors are on the left side. You can transfer to the white line, line number 4, to Seoul Soccer Stadium. Please be careful as you leave the train.
Question 4.
A small dog was lost in the city center 2 days ago. It is brown with white paws and answers to the name Sam. It was wearing a brown collar. A reward of $50 will be given for help in finding him. Please contact Brian at 655-7951.
Question 5.
Monday will be warm in most areas, with some rain in the north of the country. Temperatures will reach up to 25 degrees in the south and around 20 degrees in the north. Tuesday will also have similar conditions, with slightly higher temperatures of about 23 degrees in the north.
Question 6.
Attention all students, due to a burst in the gas pipes, as well as the extremely cold weather, today's classes will be cancelled. The school buses will be arriving in 20 minutes to take everyone home. Tomorrow's classes will most likely be cancelled also, but the local radio station will make an announcement in the morning.
Question 7.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are experiencing some bad weather, so all passengers must return to their seats and fasten their seatbelts. I would like to remind you that this is a non-smoking flight, so smoking will not be permitted. We should pass through the bad weather within 30 minutes, at which time lunch will be served.
Question 8.
Could the owner of a green and red Daesun Santa Lucia, registration number ST4571, please come to the parking lot immediately? Your car is blocking the entrance. A delivery truck is unable to enter, and this is causing a traffic jam in the street outside the store.
This is the end of part 1. Now turn to part 2.
Part 1. Directions. In this part, you will hear 8 short announcements or instructions. There is one question for each announcement or instruction. For each question, choose the right answer, A, B, C, or D. Then on the answer sheet, find the number of the question and fill in the space that corresponds to the letter of the answer that you have chosen. are ready to start. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 8. Now, listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 8. Question 1.
Okay, everybody. This next exercise is a bit difficult, but it's really good for your legs. All you do is put your back against the wall. Place your feet about half a metre away from the wall. Move your back down the wall so your knees are bent at 90 degrees. Now, put your hands out straight in front of you. Right. Make sure your head is against the wall. Now, see how long you can stay like that. If you do 2 minutes, you're doing well.
Question 2.
Because of the ski jumping finals, we're late finishing, so there are some changes to this evening's programs. We won't now show the nature program about the dolphins found near the Florida coast at 9 o'clock. Instead, Tim Wong's Chinese Kitchen will be at this time, an hour later than advertised. You can see the nature program at its usual time next week.
Question 3.
All fans of Peter Robbins should go to the South Street bookstore tomorrow afternoon, where Peter will sign copies of his book, Love of Life, and answer questions. He is expected at 2:15 and promises to stay until 3:30, when he has to leave for another appointment. Get there as soon as you can, because if it's anything like Peter's last visit, queues will start to form at 2:45, or even earlier. Don't miss this opportunity to meet everyone's favourite writer.
Question 4.
Here is the weather forecast. Today will be very cloudy, although it won't rain until the evening. The weather tomorrow will be the same as yesterday, sunshine and showers. But the weekend looks good. Plenty of sunshine and very little rain.
Question 5.
Now, you won't need any money for the bus or your entrance ticket to the zoo tomorrow, because that's already paid for. But bring some small change for when you get thirsty and want a drink. The only food or drink allowed on the bus is fruit. Bring some with you because it's a long trip and you'll get hungry. No food or drink must be taken into the zoo, and you'll need to bring all your coloured pencils for the work I'm going to ask you to do there.
Question 6.
And now for tomorrow's weather. The day will start showery and windy. Those winds should disappear by late morning, but the wet weather will continue until well into the evening. Although we might see some bright sunny periods between the showers early on, by midday it will be cloudy, with temperatures of no more than 10 or 12 degrees centigrade.
Question 7.
Oh, it was really strange going back to Redmond, where I used to live. Everything has changed so much. I went to see my old house. It used to have trees in the garden and a hedge in the front. Well, the people who own it now have built another bedroom over the top of the garage and removed the trees and hedge so they have more room to park their cars. Oh, it made me feel really sad because it looked so different.
Question 8.
Coming up next on the Science Channel is the latest documentary produced and presented by photographer Daniel Hamilton, who made the prize-winning series about African animals, which you may have seen last year. His latest series is simply called Earth, and viewers can enjoy some amazing photography, with pictures of the planet shot from cameras in space using the latest satellite technology. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
This is the end of part 1. Now turn to part 2.
Part 1. Directions. In this part, you will hear 8 short announcements or instructions. There is 1 question for each announcement or instruction. For each question, choose the right answer, A, B, C, or D. Then on the answer sheet, find the number of the question and fill in the space that corresponds to the letter of the answer that you have chosen. We are ready to start. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 8. Now, listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 8. Question 1.
Hi everyone and welcome to City Wildlife Park. I'll explain where things are and then you're free to go wherever you want. In front of us are some empty cages where the rabbits live. They're free to run about in the long grass but come back to their cages when they're hungry. If you're interested in ducks, surprisingly, they're not right here in the pond, but over there in one of their favourite places, near the dustbins. And we keep goats in the field here, together with some sheep.
Question 2.
And now for the weather forecast for this Saturday and Sunday. People heading to the music festival starting on Saturday on the south coast should be prepared for different conditions over the next 2 days. Saturday will bring bright sunshine but cool temperatures for this time of year. Overnight, however, clouds are expected to move in, and Sunday will see dull skies bringing a further drop in temperatures, and there will be a good chance of rain later on.
Question 3.
Hello, my name's John Masters. This is a message for the person I spoke to yesterday in customer services. You asked me to return the iron I bought from you in its box. I've done this, although as I mentioned to you, the box was badly damaged when it arrived. Anyway, that's not the problem, and the iron didn't look damaged at all, but when I switched it on, it didn't heat up. My order reference is 01376XB. I hope you'll replace the iron as soon as possible. Thank you.
Question 4.
In the heart of the city, the Arts Centre includes a concert hall, cinema and an art gallery. The cinema is presenting a programme of films by younger filmmakers and is attracting larger audiences than ever. The open-air concert area is the new home to the City Orchestra within an exciting concert programme of new composers and guest performers. while the City Art Gallery has a major programme of exhibitions all summer. Guests can enjoy dinner in the popular restaurant and enjoy the wonderful views of the city and river.
Question 5.
On today's student cookery program, I'm going to show you how to make some really cheap and healthy meals. Forget about opening tins and think fresh. You can do wonderful things with tomatoes, potatoes, and I don't mean chips or fries, even cabbage. Yes, cabbage rolls filled with tasty rice and herbs. And the essential vegetable in all my recipes is the ordinary onion, red or white or brown. Colour doesn't matter. First of all, you need a sharp knife. So watch carefully and off we go.
Question 6.
You'd think that paying a bill would be easy. On tonight's Money Today, I'm looking at some of the difficulties there can be. The story starts with my own experience. Thinking it would be simpler, I made the mistake of trying to pay a hotel bill in cash. Well, amazingly, they insisted on me using a credit card. I didn't have one with me, so I had to get onto my internet banking site using my mobile phone to try and get my card details. Nothing's easy.
Question 7.
Hello, this is Sarah Wright. I arranged to collect a guitar I ordered. I was meant to come this afternoon, but there's a problem. I had to get a book from the library and I've just missed the bus, so I won't be able to get out to the shop before you close. I've got an appointment in the town centre to choose some new glasses tomorrow, so I could come in and pick it up then. I hope that's okay.
Question 8.
And now for the weather. What's it going to be like for the big race tomorrow morning, Mike?
Well, it's been clear and sunny all week, but it looks as if it's going to turn really cold tonight. And with ice on the track, conditions for racing could be difficult. It doesn't look like there'll be any rain until the weekend, though, and later in the afternoon, there'll be a bit of sun coming out from behind the clouds.
This is the end of part 1. Now turn to part 2.
Part 1. Directions. In this part, you will hear 8 short announcements or instructions. There is 1 question for each announcement or instruction. For each question, choose the right answer, A, B, C, or D. Then on the answer sheet, find the number of the question and fill in the space that corresponds to the letter of the answer that you have chosen. We are ready to start. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 8. Now, listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 8. Question 1.
Hi there, it's Paul. I've been to the gallery to get some ideas for my latest project, and I got some good ones, you know, for shapes and so on. Now I need to think about using colours and patterns. I might go back another day and look at paintings. There are some on the first floor of indoor scenes with vases and bowls in them, like the ones I looked at on display today. Oh, and there's a new sculpture exhibition on, but I didn't get a chance to see it.
Question 2.
There's a new service available at Jeff Dean's gym from today. Consultant Jenny Law will offer gym members complete dietary analysis and fitness assessments. If you book before the 5th of November, you will get a 33% discount and pay only £20 instead of the usual £30. Make sure you're fit enough for the next century. Consult the experts at Jeff Dean's Gym. Join today.
Question 3.
You have reached the gas hotline. If you have a complaint concerning our service, you may speak to our customer care line by dialing 3 after the tone. If you would like to arrange for regular servicing to any of your gas appliances, you may speak to our service engineers by dialing 4 after the tone. Our emergency service can be contacted by dialing 5 after the tone.
Question 4.
Just one last word, ladies and gentlemen. You probably know how dangerous rabies can be. Just one bite from an affected animal can kill if medical help is not available immediately. We've been free from rabies in Britain for over 75 years, but it is still quite common here. So don't be tempted to take animals home with you. They may be infected, and you can be sent to prison for illegally importing animals. Okay, now I need to tell you about the procedure.
Question 5.
And now for the week's weather. The week will start out very wet indeed, with thunder and lightning in some areas. This will last through to Wednesday. Thursday will be dry but dull, but the clouds will clear during the night, bringing us a bright end to the week. Something to make up for all that bad weather.
Question 6.
Yes, I would agree that computers have made a dramatic difference in the workplace. However, computers in the home have their disadvantages, especially for children. In a school setting, they're fine, I think, but letting them spend too much time with computer games certainly doesn't help children learn to communicate. As to whether children have to think while they're playing on the computer, I'd say they do.
Question 7.
And finally, on a lighter note, when college lecturer Chris Pierce told Jamie his pet bloodhound fetched his slippers, he expected the dog to go upstairs for the new pair he had got for Christmas. In fact, the dog disappeared for 2 hours. The legendary nose of the bloodhound had led it 4 miles across town to the council tip, where Jamie retrieved his master's old slippers, which had been thrown away, and brought them home. Mr. Pierce said, "I didn't expect it, but I can't complain when he's only done exactly what I asked."
Question 8.
We are sorry to announce that both the 9:15 from Crewe and the 10:30 to London Euston have been cancelled due to staff shortages. Passengers for Birmingham International and Oxford should cross the bridge to platform 4, where a relief train will shortly arrive. Passengers for Reading can also take this train, but must change at Oxford. Passengers for London and Heathrow Airport should go immediately to the booking hall on platform 1, where a coach has been arranged.
This is the end of part 1. Now turn to part 2.
Part 1. Directions. In this part, you will hear 8 short announcements or instructions. There is one question for each announcement or instruction. For each question, choose the right answer, A,